This year's Tourism Society conference is very exciting. We have record numbers in attendance, more than ever in the last 5 years. The subject of the conference is tourism, the saviour of the UK economy, which is obviously prompting a lot of people to come along and find out if that's true.
We recognise the Tourism Society as being the major professional body for tourism people in England, and as such we want to be part of that. We wanted to welcome you to Yorkshire, we wanted to show you how good Yorkshire is, and we want to build a long-lasting relationship with the Tourism Society that just grows tourism.
At a time when the UK economy is in such a dire strait. But the truth is that the government doesn't necessarily see it that way. They think that funding that is spent on tourism can be cut to economise. This seems to us to be ridiculous at a time when it's proved that if that money is wisely invested, it will produce a return of 40 to 1. Every long-haul family coming to Britain spends over £250 in tax. Every Brit that stays at home instead of holidaying abroad helps the balance of payments enormously. So we have to get that message across because there are so few things in the economy that can be done for sustainable long-term growth.
Visitor numbers in Yorkshire have started really strongly this year, typically up between 20 and 30% on last year. We've got some really strong marketing, shouting with confidence about what we've got to offer here, and hopefully we can be an inspiration to other parts of the UK on the back of that.
Delighted to be here today representing Scotland, and certainly from tourism's point of view, it is absolutely vital to the Scottish economy. I mean, tourism reaches across all the communities and across all areas of Scotland, and I think particularly at the moment, given the current economic picture where other industries are really struggling, actually as a sector we're not doing too badly. So some good news stories coming out of tourism. Still some difficult times, and certainly business tourism is a good example of that. But as we're seeing things in the year move forward, quite confidence and actually some real leadership being shown by the industry moving forward.
We're absolutely delighted to be corporate sponsors of the Tourism Society. It's a great opportunity to meet with a lot of our existing clients and hopefully some potential clients as well. But it's a great organisation that represents the tourism industry, which is the mainstay of our business. And the event today has been really good.
Tourism cuts across lots of sectors of the economy, and I really think that it could be the saviour of the UK economy, but we just need a bit more encouragement from UK government.
It's about sharing best practice and learning from other senior executives within the tourism industry, which of course is worth anywhere up to £80 billion up to the United Kingdom. So it's a very important industry to us, and obviously by getting together like this we're all learning from each other and figuring out the best path for us to move forward and actually become a better destination.
The highlights of today's programme are really the speakers' input from their experience in the past and present, and how to maximise on their input and their experiences. Our speakers are from across the industry. We have Nigel Leacock, who is Managing Director of Lloyds TSB Cardnet, who's going to look at the state of the economy. We have Ian Herbert, Chief Executive of the Scottish Tourism Forum, who's going to look at the impact of the current economic crisis on Scottish tourism in general. We have Penelope Viscountess Cobham, who is Chairman of Visit England, recently appointed, but her background is hands-on tourism management and expertise. She's going to be sharing her opinions on the English and Visit England product. Andy Tordoff, who is our sponsor, who's helped us put the whole conference together, and without him we wouldn't be here today. He's speaking on behalf of Yorkshire Forward and has great insight into rural tourism development as well as regional tourism development. And Deborah Evans, who's a Senior Tourism Development Manager from the London Development Agency, will be looking at 2012 and how hotels, guides, everybody in the industry can get involved in 2012. That's just the morning. In the afternoon, we have an overview from the different sectors. So having looked at the regions and the country in general, we'll now be looking at the sectors and how they are reacting to the recession and how they see tourism becoming their saving grace. Tour operators are represented by Nick Cust, who is Joint Managing Director of Superbreak. The hospitality industry is represented by David Bailey, who is Deputy Managing Director of TRI Hospitality Consulting. The attractions are represented by Sir Thomas Ingleby of Ripley Castle, and transport is covered by Peter Robinson from the University of Wolverhampton. Next year's conference will be taking place in London, which hasn't happened for several years, and we hope that this will increase our numbers even further so that we can make another year a very worthwhile event for the Tourism Society members?
The next Tourism Society debate is going to be a really fantastic event. It's the first time we've ever worked with the UN World Tourism Organization. It's on the 14th of July at the Royal College of Physicians in London, with international tourism ministers from around the world, including South Africa, Malaysia and the South Pacific Islands, with the brand new Secretary General for the UNWTO, Taleb Rifai, coming along. You can book tickets right now at www.tourismsociety.org. Many thanks.